Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, class. This is Professor Coyote welcoming back to our Let's Play of Civilization 6, our America Teddy Roosevelt run here. Well, maybe I should just call it the American run instead of Teddy Roosevelt run. We'll see. Anyway, if you remember our last class, we're expanding our realm of knowledge a little bit. We ran into Hong Kong here, which is our third city-state, and got the envoy sent to that, so we're getting a little more production going in our capital for buildings and districts. We've got Philadelphia here. It's setting up pretty well as a major food district. In fact, we've got a building here in 4 turns that's going to be able to probably get on these bananas. And in fact, we've got a new citizen coming in 2 turns. We're about to pop that turn, so it'll actually go down to 1 turn. We've got Valedia here, but I just bought a trader that we're going to try and actually get back to. Although now that we don't have that mission anymore, maybe I'll have it actually go with Valedia and Hong Kong and Philadelphia here first. But anyway, let's get this going to the next term. Always like Civ here for this kind of stuff. It's a good pace. Alright. So let's go to... Okay, so it's showing here what building these are going to get you. Philadelphia will get you +1 production and food. We'll get just gold from Uruk. We'll get gold, science, and faith from Aachen here. And that'll get a certain number of turns to get to. Valedia will get production and gold. Valinus will get gold and culture, and Hong Kong will get production and gold. We can always use the culture. But we can always use the gold, too. So I'm actually going to do it to Valedia. It's closest. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So, it's closest. We'll be able to get that going here pretty quick. I'll probably end up doing Philadelphia next. Okay. So, we look at that coffee, but it looks like Hong Kong's got that first coffee, so... Thinking that this area might be great, because it's got production on almost a lot of the hexes. I could drop it right on the stone. In fact, let's see what the settler's saying on that. Yeah, it's far enough away from any city. If I drop a settler right here, it'll be right next to this river. Boom. Okay, that's something to consider, actually. And we'll think about that in 10 turns. So Philadelphia will be growing in a turn and have a builder. Okay. Let's look how we are on our great people. It looks like the unmet player is going to be getting one pretty soon. So hopefully we'll get on that soonish. It's not as big of a priority right now. Man, Samaria seems to just be kind of running around. I wonder if they're chasing barbarians.
We are beginning to attract the attention of the great people of the world. Of course, there are other leaders vying for their attention too.
Yes.
The more specialized districts we construct, the more we will draw in specialized great people to share their talents with our civilization. I advise that we continue to build these.
Which is funny because we are going to be. What it's saying is that for districts we have, see, we got a campus already here, and we're going to be building a holy site here in our capital. And that gives you points towards great people. In fact, we're making 6 faith. Let's see, I think we need to land on the city itself. Okay, this is also showing who's been recruited already. Somebody already got a John the Baptist, just recently, in fact, and someone already got another great prophet. So the 2 religious ones are already gone. Well, okay, Simon Peter is, it looks like, another great okay, so these ones have their own specific things. It's not that it X's out a particular category, it's just a version. So we've already got 2 prophets gone out. In fact, we are actually starting to get towards Hypatia because of our scientist points. So, we'll see about that. That probably will end up, we'll lose this classical era scientist. but we might get another one. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, in fact, someone's founded Eastern Orthodoxy. So we'll see who that is probably pretty soonish. Okay. So let's go to the next turn here. We've got the... I'm going... Sumeria's just... I wonder if Sumeria's about ready to declare war on Aachen here, or they're going after Valedia. Oh, there's a barbarian. Alright, so Philadelphia's gotten a bit bigger. It's going to have its second builder coming out here, and then probably once I get that builder gone, we'll make a decision from there. But we're going along pretty well. We've got... Our holy site will actually be in 8 turns, so that's good. In fact, why don't we just skip to that next turn? Not much is going on. A lot of our people are kind of just chilling out. In fact, I believe... Oh, Sumeria finished off that barbarian. Almost completely. I should probably think about doing some of that for XP, but I haven't had very many barbarians yet, so... Alright, that's the Hong Kong warriors. Okay. So we've got our barbarian here. Sorry, our builder here. I believe... Okay, so the next turn they'll be able to do the bananas. Okay, so we can build a granary here. There's the holy site and campus. But the granary gives us food and housing. We really need to see if we can find a way to get more production going. I think the main reason our production is so slow here is, yeah, we're not actually having a lot of production. We've got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 actual pips for production. And a lot of that's going into things that already exist. So that's why Philadelphia is a little slow. So what we could do... is we could actually get one of these two. We could throw the Wonder here if we wanted to, but that would basically kind of X out Philadelphia for quite a while. In fact, Oracle would take 72 turns. And that's not really a best use of it. So what it looks like it's suggesting is a granary, or a holy site, or a campus. So I think the granary is the shortest, so we'll do that. And once we bump up these bananas, I bet you we're going to double our pips. Okay. I believe this trader's going to be in Valedia in a couple more turns, because it only goes about 1 hex at a time. Once the road's built, then it'll go quicker. But right now, it's due to the fact that there's no roads. The only road we built kind of ended in the middle of nowhere thanks to barbarians. Darn barbarians. Okay, so let's just go to the next turn here. Oh, look, looks like Sumeria was just seeing what was going on, really. Alright, so let's irrigate. Boom. Now, as you can see here, that basically added a gold. Okay, so what it added was a gold on a production, but you know what? That's still a little bit more in our coffers. We can always build, buy more builders. In fact, let's see if we can buy a builder from here. Okay, we don't have the gold for that. We can always buy more units. It looks like it's more expensive depending upon where you're at, so that's fine. We can actually buy with faith too, but I don't think we have enough faith yet. Okay, there's no items that we can build with faith. Okay. So that's that. Ah, here we are. That's what I was actually thinking of in the past. So with this button, Manage Citizens, you can actually take these citizens and pluck them to areas. See, like now we've got these citizens all working here. But I think... There we go. They have to be adjacent. So, I've got them working at the 3 best. And it looks like, yes, they will be going towards those horses. So with the amount of citizens we've got... Okay, they will always be working out of the capital. Okay. They'll always be working out of the capital. Sorry, I was just kind of looking at things ourselves. And then you have to kind of pick where they go. And you can lock them so they don't move around. See, right here. He's going here, so he'll get the money and the gold. I'm sorry, the gold and the production and the food. If I worried more about food, I could pop this guy into this banana, but he might end up going that way once that gets built anyway. So we're maximizing a little bit. If I want to do more production, I could pop from him to there, but we might have to wait until we get more. Yeah, see? We can't move the one from... There's always going to be citizens working in the city. So that's why you need to think about what your city produces when you actually plop it down. Okay, so that's them. Let's look over here at Washington. I haven't actually moved around the citizens on Washington. Right now, I believe they're the best things they can be. If I wanted a little more gold, I could have somebody farming the seas. But right now, it looks like they're maximized on food, which is good. It also is maximized on the gold production and as many gears as we can get. Actually, let me look at that. Right now, oh, we're at a surplus of food. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm not going to lock that guy. I'm going to lock these guys, since they're the ones that are already on production. I'll probably hop this guy over to here. So we're going to have that one extra gear, which may not matter, but it does keep it at 6 now. So that is something to consider when you're looking at what's doing what. Because if you're already looking at their... Yeah, there we go. So you can just look at the yield from a specific city future anyway. So we're going to be moving on in 2 turns to this area, which I believe is just kind of... Get out of citizen view, is just a regular 1 hex, one food, which it might be fine, but we don't have the citizens to work it until 4 turns. So that is always something to think about when you've got your citizens, is where they're going to be the best. Which actually, that was the one thing I liked in previous campaign iterations of Civ that I hadn't seen yet, but I'm glad to actually see that I was wrong. It was in there. That's one thing I didn't put in my tutorial, was that because I didn't notice it existed. So see that as a mini tutorial of how you can maximize your city by taking a direct idea of where you want things to go. So like this, I've now maximized our production capabilities by having every single hex that has a production gear covered. Because we've got more than enough food. I basically traded 1 food for a production. And that didn't actually affect us much. See, we're still going to be growing. We'll be growing in 5 instead of 4, basically, with that. Which is perfectly fine. This will be available by the time that 5th person comes. So we can get that production going. Okay. Let's just look really quickly. I would like to get the extra production, but the maximized food is always good. Well, actually, Philadelphia will grow in 3. But I might as well do the 2 food, 2 production, because hopping there won't do anything. Let's see. If I move from this 4 to this 2, that bumps us down to 8. I believe that would probably up the production to 10. Okay, we're going to do that. We've got the food going, and that'll just basically make the growth in 8 instead of 3, which is not a big deal. If anything, we'll save on the time with the 5, yeah, because that's what it does. It swaps those 5 that 5 growth into the granary from the city. And actually, you know what? I don't think that's going to work right. I'm going to leave like that, because at least then we can put that extra 3 into one of these 2. In fact, I might just direct it to go there, and that'll save time on the granary anyway. Okay. Those are just things, just kind of little chess moves. Alright, let's go to the next turn. It looks like Aachen might be fighting Valletta. They're coming back here a little wounded. Alright, so they've maximized that. So they won't be able to maximize these bananas until next turn, see? Because they're in the middle of the jungle and it takes 2 turns to move them. So we've got the horses now. Which, that's great. That gives us... actually, it gives Philadelphia an extra food and a gear. So, in fact, let's look at that here. We have that go over here instead of the rice. Which I don't think we can. Okay. That just makes it grow 3, but it makes the production down to 11 instead of 14. So there we go. So we're losing a little bit of food, but we're only losing one growth turn at this right now. So in fact, we've now made it more efficient by a couple of extra turns. We've now swapped 1 growth turn for 3 production turns, as opposed to 1 growth for 5 production turns. I mean, 5 growth for 5 production turns. So that's a lot more efficient. I don't think we can do anything similar in Washington. Yeah, they're going to be here. In fact, they've swapped over to here now. It looks like. Interesting. Wonder why I made that decision. That I wish we could fix, because it doesn't. Because that's the only thing that it won't let you do is pick where you grow next. It automatically fixes those. I don't know if there's a way to do that. Hey, if there's a way to direct that, let me know in the comments. I would love to be able to do that, because it help. Because I would love to actually go for this cocoa next instead of that plains. But looks like it's not letting me, so that's fine. Looks like it's going to go into Valletta's city-state in, it looks like, probably 2 turns, which will be great. We'll have the wheel next. Yeah, things are going to look up Millhouse for our bully Americans, now here pretty quick. And we'll be having our holy site in 5, and more Washingtonians in 4. Okay. Yeah, so Philadelphia's at 3 and 11 now. That's good. It looks like that's still doing 22 turns for this marshland here, which I don't think actually would yield much. No, it would yield 3 food. But see, this is what I mean. I would rather it be a little bit more efficient, say, for going for these extra gears. Like here in the jungle, or here. Probably these ones. The 2 and 2. But it's picking that it wants to go for the 3 food. I guess maybe in the algorithm it's trying to find what'll help grow the citizens the most. But, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that decision. Oh well. So, we've got the wheel coming up. We got drama and poetry. We've got a unit that needs orders. Where does the unit need orders? Probably... this scout. Ooh, look at all that wine, a little cotton. Let's see how far Asiamerica here extends. Got this river here with some more cotton. That might actually be a good area to look into, too. I left the yield icon accidentally, but we've got grapes here, which give gold. Cotton, which gives a lot of gold. Okay, we'll pink that off. I don't really need it yet. Okay, I think these guys... Nope, next turn. Alright, let's go to next turn, and they'll be able to irrigate those bananas. Oh ho! Okay, no, that was a barbarian unit. In fact, oh, speaking of barbarian units, guess who set up shop? Where'd my other warriors go? It's time to go beat some barbarians for XP. I think it's still a major victory over these guys. Yeah, nice. Okay, let's get those bananas fixed. Let's see, and then... Yeah, I know what we're going to do. They're going to go after the horses next turn. Because... Alright, so... As I was saying... We'll probably hop off the horses to here now. Since that gives literally the same thing, but now it gives an extra gold. I wonder if it just goes around randomly, because now it's hopped from this marsh to this jungle space. I don't know. Let's look what Washington is. So Washington's still showing... fact, Washington's not even showing a border. Okay, now it's showing a border road still. Okay, so it might just algorithm out what they think would be best, because that hasn't moved. But Philadelphia did. Yeah, go figure. Sorry for the speculation on this. This is always just fun to try and figure out what the heck the computer's thinking. Not these guys. Okay, those guys already moved. Okay, so we're going to have some barbarian war here, because we don't want them setting up and shop. In fact, that's probably why they want you to go keep looking around. Alright. Ooh, steel. Or iron. Okay, some good plans. I'm gonna try and actually find out where the rest of this coast is. From here. Okay, so Philadelphia was going to grow in 2. And then I'll probably put that extra citizen back on the rice. Washington will grow in 3. So it's actually going to outpace the holy site. That's good. Okay. So Valetia's... Okay, so it looks like... So that's... The trade route is going to complete to Valetia here next turn. And I'll probably have him go into Philadelphia.
Don't reinvent the wheel. Just realign it.
Okay, so now we can build a watermill, which will definitely increase production. And give more food to the rice and wheat resources. See, that's why I went with this, with wheel, because we've got rice here, and we've got wheat here, so that'll vastly improve food and production. Then, as I said, I'll just go on the archers. That's 6 turns. It's suggesting currency, though, for market and gold. We don't have any actual ranged attack except for slingers. Although archery is just a dead end. You know what? I think I'm going to agree. Once I get more science, then I'll be fine. And this, in fact, currency got boosted anyway, so that's going to get to 7. We're going to have drama and poetry pop in 2. And probably once I build another area, it'll be fine. So Washington's going to pop in 2. Speaking of popping, let's pop some heads. Okay, so we got our wall o' death coming. Yeah, that'll be a decisive victory. That'll kill these guys, and it'll definitely kill. Huh? It'll be a decisive victory against the spearman, but the scout will actually get off scot-free. Go figure. Okay, so hopefully Valletta will see that I'm taking care of that, and they'll back off, because I'd like to get the XP. And if not, then, well, oh well. Alright. I'm mostly trying to fish for more civilizations here, because areas this big, that's gotta have another one around here. Okay. There's that. We're making faith. I think that's finally going to kick us up a little bit in the culture victory. Nope. We're just not dead last anymore. Woo! We're getting there. We're getting there. It's only 1240 BCE, if you want to get technical what the term is nowadays. Alright, where's the... Okay, so our trade route is finish. Aha! So, in fact, they like that we did that, so we're building happiness points with Barbarossa there for taking on these barbarians, it looks like. Okay. So now this trader will probably pop next turn that we can use it again, because they're done here. Actually, no, it's going to be... Okay. So it's going to go back and forth and back and forth. So we're getting the money, the extra money and the extra food that way. Okay. So let's finish off these spearmen. Alright, so we got 45 gold out of that. That's spiffy. We'll hit this scout here. He'll live. Okay. So yeah, so we got 45 gold out of that, which is great, because we can use that probably once we move on this, okay. Okay, so it did what I figured it was going to. It was going to go back on the rice, which makes sense. But I'd like to get the, you know, let's see. We've got a 7-turn till growth. That'll make it 14 turns till growth. And move that granary up to 6 turns. So, yeah, it's a 7 for 2, but right now, you know what? If I do that, because right now it's showing 7 and 8. That actually makes it almost a little less efficient. Oh no, that's actually more efficient that way. Okay. Alright, so we'll do it like that, and I'll then... Because once these horses get done, I'm going to bet you it's probably going to increase the productivity, since you'll have horses to be able to ride and everything. So we'll leave it actually at that. Okay. And let's look at Washington. I don't think... Yeah, Washington's we're going to have this decision next turn, which it'll probably... I might end up doing in that one, because then we'll get that last hex. I don't know where we got that hex from. I don't know. But it'll help. Okay, so... we go on next turn. Okay. Actually, we're going to leave it here with these decisions. In fact, we'll get... because we're running a little over on time. So with that decisive victory against the barbarians, I think that's a good thing for celebration to head on out on. And I hope you have a very excellent rest of your day, folks. And with that, class dismissed.